Hi, everybody.
Anyway.
Well, welcome back to Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. This is game 2 this evening. An adventure I've entitled, It Came... Oh, wait. I didn't update the adventure thing. It Came from Outer Space. But before we dive into the adventure, I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce our three lovely characters this evening. And other character who's going to be playing with us. First of all, I'd like to welcome Professor Dingleheimmel. Welcome, Professor Dingleheimmel. How are you?
Greetings. I'm doing wonderful.
You sound so excited today.
Ah, yes, I am. Because in my, how should I say this, very long absence, I have taken the liberty of being more organized. I guess you can say I'm no longer classed as wizard anymore.
Ah, one might say that you've had an upgrade.
Indeed.
Well, Brother Dingleheimmel, welcome back. I'm glad that you've had some time to really get your stuff sorted out and get everything configured. What are some of the obviously you've had some time to work on your inventions. Do you have any new inventions you want to share with the world? This is your platform.
Yes, I have this wonderful little contraption of a turret that I can build wherever I want.
That's very exciting.
I can shoot people with it, or I can burn people with it, or I can heal people with it.
Oh, I mean that all sounds like mostly good stuff. I mean, not the burning people or shooting people part. Maybe just the healing one. I'm wondering, Professor Dingleheimmel, why did you have to make it 2/3 so violent, and only 1/3 not violent?
Well, it's more of an adventuring thing. I mean, since I'm now considered an adventurer, I need to have something for my protection. Speaking of protection, I have upgraded myself with some fine armors, and I seem to have a shield with me.
Well, I'm glad that you've picked up some new armor and maybe a shield. Hopefully, it serves you well on today's adventure. Yeah, I'm glad you found some time to also, find yourself a little bit. It's always frustrating when you're really an artificer at heart, but you're playing in the shell of a wizard,
Yeah, that is the exact point I'm making.
Exact feeling. Yeah. Well, welcome, Professor Dingleheimmel. I hope you have a wonderful first adventure with all your fun new toys.
Thank you.
Our next lovely adventure this evening is none other than Throom. Throom, how's it going, my friend?
It's going well, and how are you?
I am great. I'm having a wonderful night. I'm very excited for this adventure. It's been a while since we've seen you coming around, Throom. Have you been... actually, it wasn't that long. It was the other week.
Yeah.
But I mean, Throom, has anything exciting happened to you in the last week?
Well, Sparky vanished. I then found him again. He does that though.
Where do you so when you say vanished, is this he's gone for a few hours, or is he just gone for a couple days?
Can be a couple days, can be a couple hours. I think he's been gone for a couple weeks at one point. He'll show up He shows up eventually.
Does he ever tell you where he goes?
No, not usually.
I'm sorry, I should have probably asked. Do you ever ask?
I mean, if he wants to talk about it, I'll talk about it with him, but...
Very hands-off approach.
Yeah, he seemed to be getting along pretty well before I found him, and he can get along decently, just as long as he doesn't get squished.
Yeah, I mean,
I've also gone back to that zoo and spent some more time as a shark.
How was life as a shark?
Wet.
You know what? I guess that's a question, right? Does it feel wet if you're a shark? Or does the water just feel normal like air? I don't feel dry right now. I just feel like me. Does it feel weird
I'm not
when you're a druid who's transformed into a shark?
I mean, I'm still me, so it's still very wet, but perhaps it maybe isn't quite as bothersome, but I mean, I still feel wet.
That's very interesting. I wonder. I need to talk to some sea elves or like a triton or something and see if they how they feel. Like, do they feel wet or do they feel dry when they're not? Huh. This is a very interesting question. Well, Throom, I'm glad that you've been enjoying discovering the world's a shark, and I hope you have a wonderful adventure this season.
Thank you.
Our next level. Oh God, it's her, Sarah.
Jeremy, it's been a while.
Sarah, how's it going?
Why have
Sarah,
you been hiding so
Sarah, I just gotta say,
long?
your scar has healed remarkably. You look lovely today. Absolutely beautiful in this light.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I will tolerate your presence.
All right, well, I appreciate that. We appreciate. Sarah, how are you? How have you been? What have you been up to?
Just tracking you down.
Oh, how's that been going?
I guess you'll find out.
I wish you something. Maybe luck on something. I hope that you find an unexpected surprise, something that you weren't expecting, totally unrelated to hunting me down, and maybe you can just have fun doing that instead. Maybe like go to the park or something.
No, I don't think I will.
Sarah, have you ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? So you got a really good like Prince Zuko kind of look going on, and I think maybe it's like something you should embrace, like the horrible beast.
Maybe we should go on with the game.
Welcome to the adventure. I'm glad to have you. Our last adventure this evening is Valraith. Valraith, protect me. How are you?
I'm doing just wonderful. Don't you see this lovely new belt? It's so beautiful. Like, just pulls out the handkerchief, starts shining it up. Make sure it's nice.
Valraith, there are few adventurers that know how to accessorize quite as well as you do.
Yes, don't you just love this lovely crown?
A magnificent crown, a magnificent belt. You have whatever weapons are fit for the situation.
Yes.
Your armor is of green dragon scale, if I'm not correct, right?
Yes, Crixus is letting me borrow it for now.
I mean, really, it seems like you've just got it all made.
You must accessorize appropriately for one such as myself. I am rather... You've seen the pictures.
Well, Valraith, how obviously you've been working your way up in the adventuring company, and when you first joined, there's a lot of talk about your promise, about your potential. How have you been living with that kind of expectation? Does it like weigh on you? Or, I mean, you've obviously done pretty dang well, so.
I think I do well considering,
Mm-hmm.
I try.
No, I mean, fair enough. I don't mean to put you on the spot. I was just wondering.
I just can't wait till I get strong like Crixus, just to see how strong I really am.
That's man, what a weird feeling that's gotta be, right? Looking toward the stars and being like, that will be me. But it's not like that might be me or I want that to be me. It's like, no, that's 100% gonna be me.
Well, it'll be fun. I could have fun with some of Crixus's friends, like the sword that cuts the heavens and Silius, and I could finally meet Selcrest. I've been training in the Kuraganes too, because since I'm a lot stronger now, I need to learn how to. Yeah, I need to be stronger. Maybe that Oathgirded guy with the forge training. If they could just find that forge again, I could learn from him too.
Yeah, I know everyone's got their own strict training regimens, and I think maybe it's just a matter of time before you find your own.
Yes, but you must burn the heretics, though. I learned that from the other great speaker of the cloud.
That's Uchonkus for you.
Oh yes.
Well, Crixus, enough of the cloud and Conch Holy War. That's totally unrelated to this adventure.
That is only for the heretical followers of the Conch.
Well, Valraith, welcome back. I wish you a successful adventure this evening. And I don't think we have to worry about the heretical conch worshippers deep beneath the sea. At least not today. So don't worry about that.
Yes.
And so we will dive into today's adventure. The four of you have been teleported basically out of nowhere. Bartholomew had given you pretty much no expectation, no warning, just simply a message in your minds. Got a job, need you now. And in a flash, whatever you were doing and wherever you were, you find yourselves on paved streets. As you look kind of below and around you, yeah, there's paved roadways. On the sides of the road, there are some large buildings, fairly tall. They aren't quite as maybe simplistic as those found in Central City. They're more smooth, some of them plastered.
Luckily, I know where we are. We're only a few blocks from my home.
Yeah, you probably just stepped out of your house, actually.
Yeah, wow, Bartholomew, that was quite inefficient. You did not need to teleport me here when it was only a few blocks.
And you just kind of hear, just off in the distance in the sky as Bartholomew mumbles to himself. But yes, you find yourselves in Sohcahtoa, a more modern city by most standards. However, you can hear off in the distance something like, it sounds like a siren going off, and you're looking around and there's no one on the streets. Yeah, what do you all look like, first of all? What did Bartholomew pull you from for this adventure? What were you in the middle of doing? Obviously, Dingleheimmel, you were just stepping out of your house?
Yes, I was indeed stepping out of my house, all tooled and ready for anything prepared that anyone needed me to do, you know, as my new job as I would say, among the top people of science in the Trigognome Society.
Mm-hmm. Valraith, where were you? Where did we find where was Valraith just moments before being teleported?
Why? What else than praising the cloud? You must praise it. That is the way that Chris has taught me.
So you were at prayer or something, at a church or something along those lines?
Yes, of course.
Excellent. So is Valraith in there like their equivalent of their Sunday best, or being a warrior of the cloud, you're still all geared up right now?
I am always prepared for battle. The enemies of goodness are everywhere. You just have to find them, and when you do, you destroy them, you crush them.
Sarah, where did we see you just moments ago?
You see that when Sarah is teleported, they're holding a cat with a name tag called Data.
Oh, that's weird.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Sarah.
That's weird. The cat slashes your face. You have a terrible scar, and then it runs away.
And Throom, you see Throom partway through dumping out one of those small garden shovels of dirt. And so this dirt from some far off garden is now just on the street of Sohcahtoa. And Throom will go over, collect the cat.
He's got a little spade.
Yep. We'll drop the spade down, go over, collect the cat, and pet the cat a little bit.
Cat ran off. Cat has left the adventure.
Oof.
Though you can have a different cat if you'd like.
Throom will be sad.
Throom just sad. Well, yeah, you're on this empty street. Dingleheimmel, this is weird. You know, usually this is a bustling part of town. Why is there no one around here? As you kind of look back and forth down the street, you know, one end is just off into the center of town. The other end is, well, seems to be barricaded off. You see large barricades. You hear what sound like sirens of some kind, maybe from the defense force of Sohcahtoa. Typically, those aren't mobilized unless the math goblins are attacking. So you don't know what's going on.
I think it is best to go to the barricades. There must be someone there.
Well,
Is there?
You seem to know what you're doing around here.
I mean, It is the place I live in.
Yeah, so you want to lead the way, Dingleheimmel?
Of course. I know this city from the back of my head, and more.
Back of
All right.
your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like the back of your head. Okay.
Which is very covered in hair, but you get my point.
Further Dingleheimmel, you make your way down the street, and everyone's following you. And yeah, you approach, right, this barricade. You can see that there are a couple of carts that have been set up, and upon those carts, right, they have catapults built onto the back of them. They're currently just part of the barricade right now. These are definitely military vehicles, at least of the Sohcahtoan military. You see a few more carts around, and there are a whole bunch of triggonomes. They are dressed in more kind of official trigonome military garb, which in this case I'm just imagining is kind of camo colors because that's the stereotypical military stuff. And they all got the hats and everything, and they have crossbows over their backs and whatever. But as you kind of approach, one of them runs forward to meet you by the barricade and says, "Halt! Stop! No civilians past this point."
Oh, but Bartholomew has sent us here for a reason, and you should know by now that I am among the head of science in Sohcahtoa. I must know what is going on.
How did you miss this then? Oh, so sorry, adventurers, please come with me. The general will want to see you immediately.
Thank you.
And he kind of, gestures for the other trigonomes to move the vehicles that have been barricading the road. And yeah, they kind of lead you past, and you see almost like a bit of frost on the ground, very unseasonal in this type of this area. And as you go further past the barricade, it starts to get chilly and cold and begins to snow ever so slightly. And yeah, he leads you to a tent that's set up, and there are tons of trigonomes here. And as you lead in, you hear a voice kind of bellowing from inside the tent as you kind of enter. Just, "What do you mean they didn't come back?" "Oh, my renters are finally here. It's about time." And
Hello, Sir General.
Yes, General Nomington. He kind of steps up on top of his desk. Pleasure to meet you all. He's got a big kind of curly brown mustache, and is again wearing classic military garb. He's got all sorts of pins and stuff, or medals rather. And he says, "All right, did you adventurers get any lowdown on what's going on?"
Besides the loud noise I heard while heading outside and the fact I was suddenly teleported a few blocks from my home, no.
Bartholomew is not always the best at those things. You really should know that by now.
All I know is I did hear a loud bang somewhere in Sohcahtoa. I was going to investigate that, but here I am.
Well, good. We need you all post-haste. There was an object last night. It fell out of the sky at approximately, 100 hours. One of the other officers came to me and reported it. I told him not to worry about it. Things happen all the time. It couldn't be that bad.
Well, judging by the cold climate here, I assume things are not going great.
I filed it away and didn't worry about it until the morning. Now, it's starting to snow. Things are getting cold. People have reported a kind of darkness that has been descending upon the place. Most of the civilians, the residents, have either barricaded themselves in the buildings or fled. We've sent in a few groups so far, and no one has returned. Like,
mysterious flying object that came from space has landed on the planet. You can look no further than the greatest scientist Sohcahtoa has to offer.
excellent. But frankly, we need more than science right now. We need to undo whatever's happening. There's obviously a great danger here. Like I said, Officer Keaton went to explore this just yesterday. We haven't seen him since. We've sent another few groups in, but they haven't returned either.
Oh dear.
Whatever's going on here, it's unnatural. It's wrong.
Well, you were right to call in Bartholomew, so I guess me and my companions here shall assist you.
He kind of looks past you at like the rest of you all. Are any of you like reacting at all to this, or just kind of yeah, whatever?
Throom is very is very much pondering. Lots of pondering.
Okay. Sarah? Or just chilling?
I would assume so.
Yeah, Switch. If you're speaking, we're not hearing you because your light flashed a couple of times.
Hello?
Oh, there
Yes,
we go.
There you are.
Yeah, no, I'm just chilling.
All right, the general looks at you all. Very well. Well, get to it then. If you can bring back Officer Keaton, please do.
And Dingleheimmel will actually salute because he actually knows this proper stuff in Sohcahtoa.
Yeah, he salutes you back. It kind of salutes like the four of you as like a thing. Says, good luck, soldiers.
Indeed. Let's go, my friends. I think I know how to navigate this.
Yeah, the general immediately goes into a like turns looking at some other people. All right, give me a progress report on those civilians, about the evacuees and all sorts of stuff. They seem to be like very busy trying to figure out like how to deal with everyone who's fled from this area.
So,
yeah,
I shall lead the rest of my party closer towards whatever this unknown object is.
Yeah, I mean some of the soldiers can lead you to like the other side of the barricade, and you can, when you get to that point, right, there's maybe like a dusting of snow on the ground, and it's still snowing ever so slightly, and it looks just darker beyond. Like, it's not quite darkness yet, but you can see how it's just becoming unnaturally darker. You look up, and it's not like there are any clouds in the sky. In fact, the sky is blue, but in a strange, pale way. Not like the nice light blue you're used to. Looks strange.
The sky is an unusual hue. I will try to record as much data as I can. This might help me in the future. But
So
you
who
all
wants to lead the way through the derelict city before you?
I believe I should do it since I probably know most of the city by heart. Plus, with the snow, we might get lost.
Okay. So, Professor Dingleheimmel, you begin to trudge forward. And again, you're also a trigognome, so you're very familiar with this place. And you just kind of start pushing your way through the snow, and it's fairly light, right? It's only a slight dusting at this point. But as you head down this main road, you see the, 2, 3, 4-story buildings that line the streets, almost looming over, right? Casting even more of a darkness upon this place. About, 200-300 feet, you reach the first, intersection past the blockade, and looking back, right, the sirens seem dimmed and duller. The flashing lights are harder to really see. It's a strange kind of blurred effect, and it's snowing even harder. You see, like, there are abandoned carts and things in the middle of the road. Do you want to just head through the intersection and keep going?
Well, first, I should probably set this up, and I flick open a little fire starter, which is now, with my magical tinkering properties, now sheds 5 feet of bright light.
Okay.
Just
So
in case it gets too dark.
You have a little bit of light now.
Okay, okay, everyone, please follow the light. Let's try to stay together.
Does anyone else have any kind of light?
I don't need it. I have dark vision.
Dark vision.
Throom will pull out a torch and produce flame on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, one thing about dark vision, just as a note, unless you're trying to be stealthy, dark vision does give disadvantage on your passive perception checks. So, or on perception checks as a whole. So just something to mention. If you're not trying to move particularly stealthy through the area, it might just be better to have light, frankly. Just from a visibility perspective. But Throom, you said you're lighting a torch?
Yes.
All right. The light casts out for about 40 feet. And yeah, you begin to move through this intersection. It's a strange kind of feeling. It looks like a city frozen in time. There are benches that are just actually beginning to be iced over, right? There are trees filled with green deciduous leaves that are just, well, quickly wilting or frozen. But you don't see any people. Looks like, at least whatever was happening here, either people had enough time to flee or they're still locked up inside their homes. A few abandoned carts lie in the middle of the street, and after about 500 more feet, you come to another intersection of a city block. And I'm wondering, what are all of your passive perceptions?
16.
13.
13!
Okay. It's a question rarely asked here in the late
14.
Okay. Let me see which of these guys is this laced stealthy. Oh, wow, they're proficient. Wow. Wow.
Ooh, proficient, boys.
All right, well, it doesn't matter. The lowest was a 13, and you all see. So, as you kind of start moving through this intersection, you hear, or not hear, but you see in one of the drifts of snow off to the side what you thought maybe was a bench or perhaps maybe a trash can, right, that would be out for the public to throw their garbage in. You see that pile of snow shift as though something is under it. And at this point, there's probably a solid 3 or 4 inches of snow here that you're trudging through. But yeah, you see this snowdrift like move. And I think looking around, right, you can see up on the actually, let me see what else you see. Apologies. Yeah, that's what you see. You just see like a snowdrift up ahead of you shift and then stop.
I have an idea. Is there anything I can use as as just a simple object in the ground? Doesn't really matter what it is.
What's a simple object to you? Like, does it have to be small or?
Well, something I can pick up. Something I can pick up.
Yeah, I mean, there's an abandoned cart like just in the road near you, so you just kind of reach over and grab, I don't know, a can of soda out of it.
Yeah, I grab a can of soda
and
I use my magical tinkering to record a message that basically will constantly repeat itself, which says, "This is Professor Dingleheimmel of Sohcahtoa. If you can hear this message, please come to me so I may take you to safety."
Okay.
So, and that is what I will have play as, to see if I can help get the soldiers back.
Where are you saying that? Where are you gonna leave it?
on the
Where
can.
it is?
It's on the
Oh.
can. It's part of the magical tinkering option.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna basically leave like a breadcrumb trail of these little like.
Well, I can only have like up to 3 of these, so I was gonna carry one with me.
Okay, yeah, sure. Is
Say
it like
my-
loud?
You can hear it up to like 10 feet away, but it's
Okay.
dark in here, so hopefully other people can hear it in the dark.
Valraith, you were saying something?
I ready my weapons because there's a snowdrift that just moved, and I don't know if it's good or
What are
bad.
your weapons?
Oh, I guess I'll go with 2 long swords.
Two long swords. Oh, right. Wait,
Yeah.
2 long swords. How can you dual long swords?
Because
You just
the
can.
all blade.
All right.
Because I can.
All right. An all blade. Sure.
Yeah, because all blade.
So, I think I saw that move. You clearly saw that move as well, Valraith.
Yes.
Should I burn it?
Not yet. It could be a friendly person. I don't want
Yes,
any unnecessary slaughtering. But
It
you know,
might
if
be
it's
a
violent,
soldier.
but if it's something that is ominous, you have my full permission. Burn it with fire. Yes. But it's
Sarah
You don't
and
know yet.
Throom.
I heard someone say burn it with fire.
I was gonna say Sarah and Throom. As you're all having this conversation, you two see something else. You see up along. It looks like a balcony on one of the buildings, maybe like an apartment balcony. You see some very, very fast shifting movement just out of the corner, the periphery of your eyes. Something shifts.
I cast Spirit Guardians using Beacon, turning it to Radiant, and then I turn that Radiant into Fire and make an Ignore Resistance and reroll anything below a 2.
All right,
All
let's
of
roll
the
for
things.
initiative.
Oh.
And Sarah just turns into this, I guess, helix of fire.
Alright.
oh, such great initiatives today.
Well, you know, let's not say that you're not ready for battle. Oh, I mean, it looks like Dingleheimmel is. All right,
I'm always ready in my home city.
and let's see how quick these boys are. Come on, why did you not roll? All right, they are really fast. All right. So, Professor Dingleheimmel, you're the first to go, and I'll tell you what you see because things immediately react to Sarah. Sarah, you get the thing off. You get off the feature. It works. Like you're swathed in this vortex of fire, basically. Is that what it is? Just like a vortex of fire?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So this just you guys are being swathed in a vortex
Fire
of
tornado.
Yeah, fire tornado, which is terrifying in its own right. And it's a 15-foot radius, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, you see the fire tornado, which thankfully lights things up a little bit. And yeah, you see that whatever was on the balcony, like looking down on you, shift and move. And you see up higher on the building, more bits of snow kind of fall from like windows or balconies. Like there's suddenly quite a bit of shifting movement. You also see up ahead of you that snowdrift that was like moving shifts pretty dramatically. Would you like to do anything? It seems like things are reacting very quickly to what's going on.
I can't physically see the figures, right?
No, you don't visually see any of them currently. Actually, your passive perception is what was it, 12?
13.
13, unfortunately. Yeah, you don't physically see them. You do see the like the snowdrift. It's got, cover because it's covered in snow, but it's there. Like, there's something there shifting under the snow.
Well, there's only one way to draw it out. I shall move closer to it, And then I will pull out one of my trusty inventions. Time to blast the snow away.
All right, how close do you want to get to the snowdrift? Oh, so about 10 feet.
Yep, as close as I could get to range.
Okay, I will roll a saving throw for this creature. As you run up and release this thunder wave, which I guess is it like a snowblower in this instance?
Pretty much.
Just all right. Yeah, you blast forward, and the snow gets blasted off, but this creature seems to resist the damage. Not resist the damage, but I mean, they resist the damage in that they succeed in the saving throw. So it's going to be how much damage? 3 points after?
I assume so.
Okay. The snow gets all blasted back though, and you see beneath it a very, very frightening sight. You see a creature that appears to be made almost out of wispy, slimy blue something, almost like strange leathery ice. It has these 8 little claws, like pincer-like crab legs around it, and yeah, it doesn't seem to have any face or eyes or anything from how you're seeing it right now, and it skitters around.
So is it like an ooze, or is it like something else?
No, it's got a weird, like, soft but also leathery blue body.
Is it humanoid?
Oh God, no. No, it's not at all. It looks like a football with legs, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, not quite a football, but like a small sack shape, like a backpack shape with legs. And yeah, it skitters around on its sharp, icy legs.
It appears I have found a extraterrestrial life form that I've never seen before.
And now it's gonna go, and it makes a horrible, horrible hissing sound, and runs forward at rapid speed, leaping up and lunging toward your face. It's gonna make 2 of its stabby leg attacks. Oh, actually, you have to hit the stabby leg attacks.
Nope.
All right, that'll be a 7, and then an 18.
Ow! That one hits.
So it connects for 7 points on the second one, and it isn't able to like stay on you. You're able to like push it off you, but in that instant where it leapt on you, you see it has like a sharp beak-like underside to it. All right, that is that crawly fast alien. There's more kind of squealing, screaming sounds, kind of coming from it, or squirreling. Squealing, screeching sounds, and you hear more of those resonate from like down the roads around this intersection ahead of you and to your side.
The murder party is commencing.
All right, the next in the initiative is the shooty ones. So you see another strange-looking sight emerge from over like the ledges and the balconies. Some of them like crawling along the sides of buildings. They have long, spindly, light blue tentacle-like arms with almost like suction cups on the sides, but and their heads just kind of end in this small little lump. They do have eyes, but they don't seem to have any sort of mouths, and their eyes are just bright blue kind of orbs with no pupils. In their hands, they have these strange little blasters, which they immediately go to shoot at you guys. There are currently 4 of them. You can see all along different parts of buildings. One's on a balcony, one's like hanging off the side of a building. All right. Okay, so this is going to go after you first, Sarah. Oh, I didn't have it on public, so you guys can't see it. It sets its blaster to stun. I need to roll a wisdom saving throw. All right, you are not stunned. It then shoots, what's the next one it shoots? A frost beam and it's going to shoot that one at you, Valraith. Oh, you got to roll a dex save. I should have had it set to roll.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, no, you're good. It does nothing on a success, so you totally dodge the frost beam. It then will fire 2 repulsion rays from each of the last 2 are shooting repulsion rays, and one is going for Throom, and one is going for Professor Dingleheimmel. So Throom, roll me a strength save. All right, you totally resist, and Professor Dingleheimmel, roll me a strength save. As these creatures are just shooting their blasters
Strength is
at
not
you.
my strong suit. Oh dear.
Oh, no! Professor Dingleheimmel, you get blasted by this like beam or this kind of wave of energy, of focused energy that strikes you, and you go careening backwards into the snow. And yeah, you are now just knocked over in the snow. Actually, you're not knocked over, but you're knocked 30 feet away from all of your allies, to like the left, we'll say, toward one of the streets. Crixus, it's your move.
Crixus? Where's Crixus?
Gosh darn it. Valraith, Windrunner, the chosen one. It's your move.
How close is the nearest enemy?
The nearest enemy is about, 20 feet ahead of you, next to where Dingleheimmel was a second ago.
And how far away are those things that just shot at us?
The shooty ones are like up on buildings. They're actually like pretty high. The lowest one is probably about 20 feet up, but the highest one's maybe like 40 or 50 feet, like up high on a building, leaning over a balcony, just blasting at you with its blaster.
Oh, okay, well, the immediate threat is the thing that looks like it wants to give you a hug in a bad way.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to hug your face.
Yes, totally don't know what that's all about.
No. Why would you? Doesn't make any sense.
No idea. So I will we'll go for that.
Okay.
And swing. Will that hit?
26. Yeah, you run forward and slash with your sword. You'll absolutely connect.
Okay. And that's 1. And because of the all blade, I don't have a penalty on it. And swing. I don't think that's it.
All right, 18 damage. Yeah, you cut it in half.
Okay.
You run forward, and with a single swing of your blade, you chop it in twain.
Yeah. And as my bonus, I'm going to go a flash of light and a little mistiness. I now have a longbow in my hands.
All right. Throom, what would you like to do?
Their shooty ones are all kind of spread out.
Yeah, well, there's sort of. So basically, you're in an intersection right now, and there are like, carts and things abandoned this intersection. And on the building to I guess I'm gonna just say north, south, east, west. Right? If north is right in front of you, to your northeast, that building on that corner, there are 2 of them, and then on the northwest corner, there are 2 of them. So there's basically 2 on either side of the intersection.
Yeah, and are they generally within 20 feet in all 3 directions of each other?
No, the building, the city streets are more than 20 feet wide.
Well,
But
the 2 on
2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, any 2 would be within.
Yeah.
Okay.
Certainly.
Then on one of the buildings, I am going to set that up across them.
Ah, very nice. All right, so what do they have to roll? Dexterity saves?
Dex saves, yes.
Alrighty. Well,
one fails.
So one of the shooty aliens, on which side do you want to go for? The side that Dingleheimmel got knocked to, or the other one?
I will go with the side that Dingleheimmel is knocked to, because a longbow can shoot very far.
Fair enough. Okay.
And
So
they
that,
will be
that shooty alien glows with light.
violet, so that they show up against the weird blue sky.
Alrighty. They glow with violet light. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Throom, on that turn?
Nope, that will be all.
All right. Sarah, what would you like to do? Oh, sorry, I know what you'd like to do. What are you going to do?
Are any of these creatures injured?
No. The only one that was injured has now been sliced in twain by Valraith.
Of the two groups, are either of them within 5 feet?
Pardon?
Are
within 5 feet of each other? No.
Yeah.
They're probably about 10 or 15 feet apart. At least 15 feet apart.
Practicing social distancing, I see.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to bonus action spiritual weapon.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I'm
would you
gonna
like
have
spiritual
to. Pardon?
Which one would you like spiritual weapon?
The one closest to Dingleheimmel.
Okay, so the one that is glowing with the fairy fire.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
You
this
conjure
is
forth your spiritual weapon.
fire.
Which of course is what, like a flaming axe or something?
A flaming skull, actually.
Ah, right, I knew that. What am I? I'm a fool. Oh my god.
Does a 29 hit?
Hit him.
I mean, you crit, you automatically
Yeah.
All right. 15 points of damage. That shooting alien is looking extraordinarily beat.
Okay, then we're gonna toll the dead him.
Oh.
20 fire damage.
Oh boy. That alien is toast. As you're told the dead, which does fire damage. How does that even work? Do you just combust?
Yeah, he literally explodes like a firework.
Excellent. It explodes like a firework. And what's interesting is it like falls as water, right? And realizing this creature is almost like a watery elemental of sorts, as you have obliterated it. It's definitely not a regular elemental, though. There's something weird about this creature. But yeah, he's super dead now.
Great. I'm gonna move up, keeping my allies in the fire tornado, so that any sneaky aliens will take damage.
Your party's currently split. There's Dingleheimmel, who's 30 feet away because he got hit by a repulsion ray. And then there's Valraith and the rest of you guys who are kind of where you started almost.
Okay, cool. That's where I am.
Okay, so you're sticking in the middle.
Yep.
Cool. All right, Professor Dingleheimmel, your move. What would you like to do? Weirdly enough, despite being knocked 30 feet, I don't think you're prone. So you land on your feet after that crazy blast.
What crazy technology? I must acquire it. Actually, I have a better idea. What? He places a turret down as an action.
And as you like kind of dusting the snow off and look around, right, you see the one shooty alien up on the balcony to your right, but also you see further down the road what was barely outside of the vision from the torch before is what looks like another 4 of those crawly creatures, the ones that went for your face. And they are.
It's an action. It's an action to place down this turret, but it's a bonus action for the turrets to do its thing. So it can move and climb up to 30 feet.
Okay.
No, I mean 15 feet actually. My bad. Why did I say 30? I'm brain fart today.
Okay.
And can I have it climb up a little bit? I want to have the turret climb up on the wall where the balcony is, so it has a better shot on the alien creature. On the shooting.
Kind of negate some of its cover. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And then it fires a freaking laser beam of force damage at it.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit. Man, y'all are rolling so hot, it doesn't even matter if this thing has cover.
And if possible, I'd like to try to knock it out instead of, kill it.
Well, unfortunately, it's not like a normal, creature, right? It's not like you can hit it on the head and knock it out. As you hit it with the force beam, it blasts into water. And the little water droplets, or actually more like, because you don't hit it with fire, snow just splashes everywhere as it goes down. did not have as many hit points as the other one.
Aha! My turret works just as intended. That's all for my turn.
Alrighty. We're on to the. Would you like to move at all, or are you going to stay next to your?
You want to move back into the fire
If you want to
tornado?
run back to your friends, or do you want to stay there?
I wish to. I want. I don't. Oh, if I'm closest to one of the crawly guys, I'm moving to my friends.
Okay, so you start running backward toward your friends. How fast are you? 30 feet?
25 feet.
Okay, so
I'm a
you're still negligibly the closest. All right. The crawly creatures, the face huggers, I'm just gonna call them what they are, dash toward you, and they move with a skittering speed that is hard to imagine. Yeah, they are basically upon you all. They all run into the
fire and flames.
Yeah,
They run into the fire and flames. Yes.
When
We'll
they
see if they carry on.
when they enter, they move at half speed.
That is actually relevant for the two in the back, who won't be able to get at you.
Fantastic. And
Oh, actually, they will, but they're going to have to use a feature that they would rather use to attack you.
right,
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Everything's fine.
25.
Oh my God! All right. Oh dear Lord! All right. It's a Wisdom saving throw. It's your vortex of fire rips through them.
They're going to be extra crispy. Don't worry about it. We'll
All
give
right.
them the
One of them fails that.
Right.
One succeeds. Oh, good on you, buddy. Another fails, and another fails. Oh my God! All right, the vortex of fire rips through them. 3 of them just burn up into basically nothing, as they just get incinerated. However, oh man, crap! The one with the least hit points is the one that survives. The one that survives seems to evade or maybe avoid the damage, which is weird. As if maybe it has a property that lets it avoid half damage. Anyway, it runs forward. This was the 3rd one, which means it is not close enough at the end of its first move. It will use its aberrant quickness feature to take an additional action, which it will use to dash forward and jump at. Sarah, is it obvious that you're doing this?
I am the center of the tornado.
Okay, it's gonna jump at you.
18 AC.
All right, it tries to stab at you with the stabby legs. It rolls a 7 and a 22. Haha. 5
Wow.
piercing damage. Can you roll me that concentration check? You're good.
It's all good, my dude.
So there's only one of the facehuggers left with you. The shooty aliens will go. Let's see, the only 2 that are left are the ones on the opposite side, so they are going to set their phasers on Frost. And they are going to fire at... Let's see who they're going to fire at. Oh my God, Throom, no! Frost beams! I need 2 dexterity saving throws.
Who are they shooting
Oh
at?
no!
Oh,
All right, you saved the second one though. Throom, you take 13 points of cold damage as this frost beam strikes you in the back.
I think I only take 6.
Oh, hot damn! Excellent absorb elements. Yeah, as the beam hits you, how do you absorb elements? What does that look like? Does Throom like reach for like a holy symbol, which then the cold is drawn into it, or like what is?
No, Throom just kind of holds out the staff and just part of the cold gets pulled into the staff.
Yeah, I love it. It's like the beam almost streams off, and some of it swirls around the tip of the staff. I love it. Excellent. All right, that's the shooting aliens. Oh, the shooting aliens will.
That was 2 shooty aliens.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I
Unless
know.
they're going to move.
They're also going to use their aberrant quickness, and they're going to shoot twice more again. This time at Valraith. Valraith, I'm going to need 2 more saving throws from you as they shoot you with ice beams this time. Wow. What very polarizing rolls.
I think I'm good.
You effortlessly dodge. They've got no
Consistent.
more ever. What was that, Twitch?
Consistent.
Yeah, very consistent. Valraith, it's your turn.
Oh, well. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this.
Okay.
Second thing I'm going to do is I will shoot. Now, are these the two that are in Fairy Fire or no?
No, the one in Fairy Fire got obliterated by...
No problem. No problem. No
Yeah,
problem.
Yeah, I'm just going to. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother making the save because
No.
the fairy fire doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, it might matter for the light.
I want to make.
The light's only on the creatures.
Oh, I thought it was also on like terrain and objects and stuff.
Also
You're right,
wanna
it
put
probably largely doesn't matter.
Oh,
Sorry,
objects
go
and
ahead.
infected creatures, but
that. So I'm just putting that there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Valerie. You shoot a thine longbow at the shooty alien, which, with the cover, it doesn't hit. I know that's a weird thing for me to tell you, but with its cover, you don't hit him.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
All right. It's a rare one, I'm sorry. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Val?
That's even with it being a +2 to that. Is that an 18?
Oh, okay, that was with the plus. Okay, sorry, so that was just 16 normal.
Yeah.
That's not including the +2?
That is not including the +2. That's why I
You
put
will
that
hit.
in the
Sorry.
chat. Okay.
I was not sure. I thought it was a 16. Yeah, the 18 will hit. Exactly hit with their. All right, that shooting alien.
Wait.
Wow, this is weird because. Oh, you're D4. And he's exactly dead. All right.
2 shots to kill.
You take your shot, and for a minute it looks like it missed, and then you just see the water just drain down right from the balcony this creature was taking cover on, implying its doom.
Excellent.
All right, you want to move it all, Valraith?
I'm fine right here with my friends.
Cool. Throom?
Throom will use his bonus action to create a sword of fire in his hand and go up to the crawly alien and slice.
All right.
I don't know
Yeah, the 17 will hit. Albeit barely. These things are very fast. Oh my god. This is gonna be another one of those because of the extra dumb damage. Yeah, alright.
Yep,
All
because of the irrelevance.
It did overkill him by 2 that time, but
because if it matters, the extra 4 is cold.
Oh. No, it's not. They actually are not immune to cold.
Or resistant?
Resistant would just mean exact. Resistant
Yeah, all right.
would be
So
exact.
I guess you exactly kill him then, because he had 11 hit points. All right.
That kills.
A flame blade dealing cold damage? It's more common than you think.
Yeah. All right. All right, Throom. So you still have this flaming blade, and you're within the flame vortex. Would you like to move it on?
Nope, I'm going. My flaming blade and my flaming vortex are going to stay right here.
All right. Well, maybe Sarah, it's your turn. Would you like to move the flaming vortex?
I'll move it up 5 feet.
Oh, move it up. How far?
5 feet.
Okay. Take a step forward. Do it.
Wow, I got really long step. Shit. So there's 2 blasters, huh?
Yeah, there are 2 blasters. Oh, there's 1 blaster still up.
One left.
1 blaster, and moving my spiritual weapon wouldn't reach him.
No, because the streets I think are probably like 40 feet across. It's a pretty large street.
I'll still move it,
Yeah,
Like-
it's halfway, no problem.
Hopeful, you know.
Hey, you never know. These things
Uh,
have pretty high armor. Like, they're not a joke.
armor is a joke. Toll the Dead.
Well, I will say, it says 9 damage for Toll the Dead.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I gotta roll save. Oh my god, they're proficient in wisdom save? I love this monster. Never mind, they suck.
Never mind, they suck.
Oh, they're great. Great.
But it's still alive.
How much is that?
It's
9 fire.
Oh, fire. Yeah, no, he dies. As you it's weird, they're vulnerable to fire. I guess what is your Toll the Dead? I mean, is it like that
It's the
Dolorous
firework.
Hell and then-
It's the firework.
Okay.
Make your colors burst.
Yeah. He explodes. He's
Make him
obliterated.
go up, up, up
Yes.
Mhm.
as he shoots across the sky.
Sky. Yes.
Yeah.
And as the last of the shooting ones takes that hit, only the sound of the fire vortex and I guess you 4 remain. Oh, and the turret kind of crawling around.
Yep.
All right, the fire vortex is gonna move down the street.
Yeah, I mean, as you start to walk with the fire vortex, you can see that the snow around you has melted from the fire. Even though it is a spiritual fire, I think because it does fire damage, it just makes kind of sense to me.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Throom, in particular, notes something very off as you're moving. Throom, you
Hold
can
up.
tell under your natural elephantine feet. 'Cause I imagine Throom doesn't wear boots.
No.
The ground doesn't feel like the cobbled stones of Sohcahtoa and of Sohcahtoan streets. And as you look down, it's almost like it's a pale blue stone. And
Professor.
it's fairly smooth. It's almost like chalky, but it breaks apart in shale-like sheets if you kick at it.
Is it over top of the original path or something?
Hard to tell. Do you want to stop and
Definitely
investigate
sure.
it, or do you want to keep just
think we-
charging down the street?
I think we charge down the street and we leave the investigating to other people later.
Well, I do wish to investigate one thing. Did they drop their weapons by chance, those shooty one?
Let's find out. Yeah, they did.
I wish to make some sort of skill check to see if I can identify these. Actually, yeah, I wish to make a history or investigation check upon these devices to see if I can understand.
So it's just as you're chasing down the street after Sarah.
Yeah, I pick up one of the things.
Okay. So, Dingleheimmel, your turret's gonna get left really behind if you guys are just moving.
Yeah.
I'm moving slow because I want my spiritual weapon to be up as long as possible. But I also wanted to pick up one of the shooty gun things.
That would be fun.
There are 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Actually, sorry. There are 2 of them that are on the ground. 2 of them are up on the balconies where the shooty aliens got blasted.
I guess I could take one, but should I make an investigation check or something to see if I can understand?
Can my
Yeah, you could.
flaming skull spiritual weapon knock the blasters off the balcony?
Oh, hell yeah. I love that. Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, you got 4 blasters now.
Yeah.
Cool. Everyone take a blaster.
nice. I will also swap my all blade to a warhammer and just smack this chalky shale-like ground and pick it up. Can I do a nature check or something on it, or some sort of check? What do you want to do?
Yeah, so I guess we got a couple things going on here. Sarah, you're recovering all the blasters because only you can reach the ones that are high up. Valraith, you're looking into the shale trying to understand it. It's almost, again, chalky. And Dingleheimmel, you're investigating one of the blasters to try and see if you can understand them. Throom,
Yep.
do you want to help anyone with any of that, or do you have something else you want?
Like to investigate
The
these
facehugger bodies
strange-
are still around, by the way.
I would like to
I'll
investigate
throw
these
one of those in
strange
my
shooty
backpack.
things.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Throom would like to investigate these strange shooty objects.
Oh, you're okay. So you're helping Dingleheimmel with
So
the
that's
blast.
advantage. I'll roll again if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. And also, I was going to say, you rolled an investigation. If you would like, you could roll Arcana instead.
You can also
Doesn't matter,
take
the
them
bonus
of
is the
that.
same.
All right. So you got a 16 plus the D4 from guidance. Do you want to roll that one through?
Sure,
What
I
is
can
your
roll that.
You
spell?
can roll it.
3. All right, 19. Yeah, you're looking at them. It's weird. They're made out of what feels like ice. And they have 4 settings, it looks like. There's the stun setting. There is the fright setting, which you don't fully understand. There's the frost setting, and there appears to be the repulsion setting. I think you figured out more or less how to use them with a 19. So you figure out how it works. You point it, turn the knob, and shoot. Pull the trigger.
I wish to set one of them to stun, because if I find one of these aliens, I must have a live specimen.
Okay.
So
And yet, the stun is not very effective at stunning. It just kind of disorients. It's more effective, more disorientation.
Also, it's
Fair
a
enough.
charm, so doesn't
It is a
work
charm.
that great on elves and half elves.
Yeah, it doesn't work good at all.
Oh, hold on, you guys. Okay, so you figure that out, and yeah, you've learned how they work, right? So you can teach everyone pretty easily. Sarah, you got the gun, the blasters, no problem. And then Valraith, can you roll me a nature check? Or if you have another thing you think is also appropriate, you could try that instead. But I assumed nature.
Nature.
Yeah, it's not like you taste it. Doesn't taste good. Tastes like rock or like chalk. So it definitely isn't like a Candy Mountain thing.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
see if it writes like chalk, too.
Not really. It crumbles. It just like on the outside kind of has a texture of chalk, but it's hard like slate and it breaks off like slate.
Oh,
It's really strange.
I'll just like gather a few pieces, busting up the
Yeah,
ground, and like throw it into like one of my little components.
It's a pale blue color with like streaks of like white in it. White kind of wispy hues. It's very, very blended. And yeah, as you smash down a little bit, it does return back to regular ground after, I don't know, like a foot. But you can see where the ground is slowly continuing to transform into this substance.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna gather a little bit of this stuff. You never know, could come in handy.
Yeah, so you pick out some of this weird blue rock, which you'll discover what it is later.
Yes.
Okay. What would y'all like to do?
I wish to press forward, deeper into the darkness,
Okay.
with my turret in tow. So I'm not going, since the turret's slow, I'm not going as fast.
Yeah. How long does the turret last?
About an hour.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Too bad we don't have someone with magic missile, because then they can
The
attack
turret
the
lasts
darkness.
until either it runs out of HP, which is the equivalent of 4 times my artificer level, or an hour.
Okay.
5 times my artificer level, actually. But
All
yeah.
right. So you all kind of continue down the path ahead of you, and it takes a little time. I'm sorry, Sarah. You're traveling down the road for 10, 15 minutes, and it's hard. It's easy to not get lost, right? Because very clearly you can see an almost blue glow in the distant darkness. and the darkness becomes deeper and more prominent and overbearing. The cold begins to become colder and bite into your bone to the point where it even stops snowing. The snow stops falling. It becomes so cold. Would you all like to do anything to try and combat the cold? Or are you just going to trek through it toward this epicenter where the glowing light is?
Throom will continue to produce some flame.
Okay. I was actually going to say, can you roll me an attack roll for that? But that's perfect. So, okay, a 22. That is one success combating the cold.
How far away is this blue glowing thing?
It's just in the distance. You're on your way to it.
I still have my trusty rockets,
It's
which
more
are
of
fire
like
damage.
hue on the horizon, right, that you can see sometimes, knowing that you're heading closer to it.
Can I use my firebolt rocket to clear a path as part of the thing?
Throom already used a fire-based attack to try to combat the cold. So I think that avenue is already being used, right? Basically, I'm looking for a little skill challenge here to see if I'm gonna make you guys need to roll exhaustion or not.
Well, I don't really have
Anyone
much
else have
else to
any
combat. I mean,
Okay.
Unless there's a way I can make it use of my int checks, but not really.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, for example, right? You have Tinker's tools or something.
Mm-hmm.
You could try and tinker something to keep you all warm, hand warmers or whatever. That's
yes.
a thing you could try and do.
Though I don't
be
have
creative with your features. I'm willing to reward that.
Okay, I can use my Tinker's tools. However, I have this set to query. I don't know what stat would best work with this. I'm assuming intelligence.
Yeah, sure. All right.
14.
Let's see if that succeeds. That does. Yep. So that is also a success. You have 2 successes now. Dingleheimmel, you make insulated gloves for everyone. Or maybe hand warmers you can just kind of hold that keep your hands toasty. Throom, you're kind of producing this ambient flame to keep everyone warm. Sarah, Valraith, would either of you like to try and contribute to the skill challenge?
I'm gonna recall Uncle Bear Galanodel's survival techniques.
Yeah, Uncle Bear Galanodel is pretty good, but you can't think of a situation where he had to survive naked in the cold, and then you realize, oh man, most of survival things are, yes, he's naked and afraid or lost or something. No, I don't mean to make a goof. Yeah, I just don't think there's anything you particularly recall to help you.
Yeah, I guess I'll just pee on a towel or something.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I don't think this helps me in this adventure, this moment.
Valraith will take a handful of some delicious and tasty skin roll-ups, and what would Crixus do? Well, he might try to think of something, so why not?
Well, unfortunately, survival is off the table at this point.
Oh, so
because Sarah tried to use a survival.
Okay. How about
So that could be a history roll or something. What would Crixus have done?
Nature seems fitting.
Sure, that'd be fine too. Excellent. So you offer everyone these skin roll-ups, and either the skin roll-ups make your bellies feel full and you feel warm that way, or they make you feel nauseous and that keeps you warm. But whichever how it works, there's a group you have succeeded. You have got 3 successful checks in that round. And yeah, you don't have to roll against the exhaustion of the cold.
Too bad I don't have some Yeti jerky. That stuff I hear is quite sustaining.
Just the concept of the 36 pounds of rancid Yeti jerky is too much for me. But you all trudge through the city. And finally, you can see that what was once a distant blue glow becoming so much brighter, burning, not burning, but illuminating. It's not a dark blue. It's very light, almost ethereal, white blue light. And you kind of see it coming from a city, all around a city block up ahead. And as you move forward, what do you want to do? Do you want to just charge around the corner? Do you want to try and sneak around the corner? What's your play for approaching this?
I throw the soda can that has the pre-recorded message on it toward the light.
Throom will take a moment before noticing that this hostile-seeming light, or perhaps ominous is a better term, will take a moment to heal himself up with a couple uses of that.
Cool.
Sarah's gonna heal himself as well. Since they took 5 and my wisdom modifier is 4, I just use 1 healing word.
All right, and healed up you are.
And next turn I'm going to Spirit Guardians.
I mean, you guys have time. Like, I mean, you haven't approached the corner yet.
Oh.
And again, you just see the light shining around. There's clearly like a park or something,
Yeah.
right, where this light is shining from.
Can I peek around the corner, see how far the light is?
Yeah, well, it sounded like Dingleheimmel was thinking about just hucking the can around the corner that makes all the sound.
Yeah, to lure
you-
to lure if there's anything there to lure them out.
If he does that, then I cast Spirit Guardians.
Just immediately?
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, you cast Spirit Guardians and are wreathed in fire.
You know, I think it might be a good time to just Shield of Faith.
You cast Shield of Faith, and these glimmering clouds float around you, giving you strength.
Absolutely.
And Dingleheimmel, you huck the can. Ting,
Yep.
ting, 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 and repeats your statement. This
Yep.
is Dingleheimmel. If you need help, or whatever you had said.
Yeah, basically, if you need help,
Roger,
just come to us.
where did you come from?
If you need help. Oh, right. That's kind of my Roger voice. It's not really. Anyway, yeah, the sound, it, clangs along the now shale street, right? There's hardly any snow here. Just a light dusting. It's so cold. And you all are just standing there watching the can make the sound. And,
See
10
if anything comes around the
seconds
corner.
go by, nothing immediately comes around the corner.
I'm gonna look.
I'm going to the corner.
Yep.
Okay. You all move around and look around the corner, and you see a figure. They're short in stature, about the size of a gnome, one might say. They're faced away from you, and they're standing in a frigid, what looks like small city square park. There's a huge crater in the ground with this blue glow seems to be emanating. The gnome has something of a lab coat that they are wearing, and they're just standing there looking into the crater. They're about 80 feet from where you currently are, because you're just peeking out around one of the buildings in the corner.
I go to pick up the can. Does anything attack me?
No, you pick up the can.
I'm going to yeet the can towards where the other guys are, that we can see.
Yeah, it's just one. Yeah, you
Just
throw
one
the
gnome.
can, and it ting, ting, ting. It
At the
lands
gnome,
within
and-
like 10 feet of him.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
move.
and you would hear the message.
I'm gonna move to 20 feet of him.
Okay, so this is round 3. You just dash into the
Yep.
square.
Yep. I will also.
Okay,
Yeah,
sprint
Ron
in.
will- Yeah, Throom will make sure that Throom stays within Swirly Fire Tornado.
Okay, so I guess you throw this can, Dingleheimmel, but all your friends sprint past you. You want to run with him?
Yes, even though me and my turret will fall behind because we're both slow.
Okay, so you're a little behind everyone else. Everyone else runs toward this guy. You're all about 20 feet from him. And the can ka-chung, clatters to the ground next to him, and Dingleheimmel's voice rings out. And you hear the gnome speak. He was wondering when you would come.
Who?
The gnome doesn't say anything else.
I bonus action cast spiritual weapon on the gnome.
Oh, God. All right.
What are you doing? You're hurting the triggognome.
Go ahead and roll me an attack
Something
with spiritual
tells
weapon.
me the triggognome isn't anymore.
Yeah, you hit him.
Okay. 14.
With one strike of your flaming skull, he collapses. His
Is he
last
dead?
smoldering. Hard to say, but probably. About 20 feet ahead of you is the crater. Round 4, what would you like to do? There's a smoldering trigonome in front of you.
Can we see into the crater?
No, you're about 20 feet from the edge of it.
I'm gonna move my 20 to the edge.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Throom would like to also
You
investigate
run
the edge
past the
area.
trigonome.
Yep.
Yeah.
And sorry, what were you saying, Throom?
Yep. Throom is
As you run
Throom is
past the
there as well.
trigonome, you see he has no face. As you run past. And
Do I know if it's dead when I get close to it?
you're not at him yet, but like, yeah, he's super dead.
Okay.
He just got annihilated by the fire.
Get that lab coat. You might use it.
So yeah, you run over to the edge and you look down into the crater, and as you do so, you see that there is a very, very strange object. It appears to be a blue, like, cylinder that is emanating this blue energy. It looks like it's made of stone, like the kind of shale-like stone that you've been seeing. You see that there are bits and pieces broken everywhere, and the side of this is open. And it just
I have an idea.
empty within. Like there's
I'm going-
a panel that's been broken off the side of this canister.
I have an idea. I'm going to send the turret out so it can easily climb down the crater rather easily. And I'm going to have it.
I mean, because the turret's so slow, you're still making your way over to the crater, Dingleheimmel, unfortunately. I have to
my
kind of track this in initiative because everyone's got spells going.
Yeah, that's true. But what I
But go ahead.
what I was hoping for, how big is this crater? Can I tell?
15 feet across, 20 feet across.
Okay, because the moment I get there, me and my turret get there, I want to send my turret out to poke it,
Mhm.
the object.
So you're
in
still
question.
running up. You have gotten to the trigonome at this point, Dingleheimmel.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's definitely dead, but he also doesn't have a face, which is weird.
Yeah, that's creepy. Is there any form of
Yeah.
identification on him?
Do you want to like stop and look at him?
Yes, I want to stop and check him.
Okay. So you're gonna do that. I'll tell you what we find in a second. Sarah and the others, you're at the edge of the thing,
Yeah.
looking down into this thing.
I'm moving my spiritual weapon into the crater.
Okay.
And you said there's a weird rock?
Yeah, it's like a big stone canister.
I'm gonna throw a light hammer. Ping,
There's
ping,
more
twice
stones down there.
at the canister. I'm gonna throw a light hammer twice because I can mule near it. Ping,
Okay.
ping to the cylinder.
I'm gonna start sliding down the crater.
Okay. So you start to slide into the crater. You throw the cylinder twice, and yeah, I mean you throw the light hammer and you mule near it. I mean you damage it, like it breaks apart like shale.
Nothing comes out when I do?
No, the cylinder's already kind of opened. Like there's already like a stone that's been broken away from it.
Just make sure there was nothing coming out after. And I'll follow and slide down into the crater as well.
Sure. Throom, you're still at the top of the crater.
Yeah, Throom is going to use his position at the top of the crater to look around and and see if there are anything that doesn't seem quite natural going on beyond the faceless trigognome.
Roll me a perception check.
Throom is apparently not seeing too well right now.
Unfortunately, nothing's really striking you.
I'm curious to what do I find on the dead, faceless trigognome?
You look at the trigognome, and it looks like he's like scarred and wounded all around the face, and around the face area, and that the perfectly smooth skin of his face looks pretty much totally unmarred, like freshly like grown over almost. And as you look at this in like a sick terror, right, and you see that he's been cleaved by the fiery blade, you see the skin of this dead trigonome's face begin to like move, like there's something under it.
Is there anything that can identify it? Like, is it one of the soldiers that they're looking for, or?
Yes, this was the scientist who warned the general.
However, wait, you said the skin moves?
Yeah, it looks like there's like something in his head.
The turret immediately blasts the face.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll, and oh god, all right, you. Let's see if he lives actually. It does. All right, you blast into this thing, and you can see beneath of it, as the face is now blasted away, there's one of the crawly fast aliens inside of it. Almost like an intellect devourer.
The thing about the turret is that's a bonus action. I get to stab it now I get to hit it with my ram.
Yeah, you spent your action investigating it.
Oh right, that's fair enough.
Yeah. And as you all do that, you hear this kind of voice echoing, and as you look up to where the sound of the voice is, you can see that the reason it's not snowing here is because the snow has it's up there in the air, but it's just swirling around. And the voice calls out, "So many years I have waited, so many years in shame. Now I will make your planet mine." And I'd like you all to roll for initiative as this spirit begins to form above you.
Oh dear, it looks like I'm not prepared.
It looks like the two in the crater are.
I am ready.
All right, holy shit, you are. All right, Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, everyone's already rolled.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this, guys.
We were ready.
Crawly fast alien, and I'm gonna roll this one because I got a 20, which is not as good. All right, Sarah, it's your move. You see this form materializing, this elemental form up in the sky above you.
How high?
What would you like to do?
How high? Hello?
Yeah.
How high is the form?
Oh, how high?
Yeah.
He's about 30 feet above Throom, which puts him about 50 feet above you because you went down into the
Okay.
thing.
My spiritual weapon is still on ground level. I'm going to move it up so that it will be there next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to use our last second level spell slot? Yeah?
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Sounds
Yes,
good.
Rich, that's a great idea. Thank you. Okay. Guiding Bolt, that's second level.
Oh, that's a bold shot. You hit him.
20, and then... this is all fire, and I have to add 2 to that, so 25.
Okay. And your fire is unresistible, correct?
Yep.
Alrighty, that's great.
Very fun, right?
Yeah,
Always
that's
fun.
incredibly cool. Yeah, you'll strike him.
The next attack on him has advantage. 25.
25?
Higher level cast, and you add 2 to the damage roll because of Amulet of Inferno.
Sure. Yeah, whatever. All
Yeah.
right.
I was checking
strike
for
him.
1s and 2s. There were no 1s and 2s that I could re-roll.
Cool. He glows with radiance with fire from your strike, just as this elemental snowy form materializes, and as it flies down toward you, Throom, and it will speak to you, and it will say, "Your kind will suffer for what it did to me, what it took from me," and it will swing his flail of stars at you. And with each strike, he will say, "My dignity, my future, my status." And he will swing his flail. A 26,
That,
a 10. Oh my god. I'm sorry, 25, a 22, and a 22.
Yeah, that's 21 is 19.
Whoo! All right. A mighty hit. Big yike. And then he will use... Oh, he can only make one fell attack when he uses this one. So I guess he doesn't use his freezing strikes on you. He will just bludgeon you 3 times for dramatic effect. Valraith, it's your move.
How far away is he from me?
He is 20 feet up. Probably like a little further than 20 feet, right? Because you're down the slope, but about 20, 25 feet.
Okay.
Keep in mind, though, you're at the bottom of this slope.
Mhm.
So it'd be a little tough to get directly to it.
Bonus action. Changing it to... Oh, actually, you know what? Before I bonus action, I'm going to throw one time the light hammer.
Okay. Go for it. You hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll bonus action to a longsword and go into him.
Well, you have to get to him, right? Like, do you have any sort of...
No, I'm
proxy?
throwing it. I'm throwing it.
You're throwing the longsword?
Throwing the light hammer and then changing as my bonus action to longswords.
I'm so silly. I'm just thinking that you have extra attacks, but you don't yet.
No.
That's really
Next level.
terrifying. All right.
Yes, it will.
All right. Cool.
And then making my way as close as I can get to him.
Yeah. Okay. So you start climbing up the side of the slope. I'd like you to roll me an acrobatics check. It's very slippery.
Acrobatics? I
Yep.
think I might be able to do that. Get back. Annoying.
You slip and remain at the bottom of the slope. All right. The Crawley's turns. I assume that was the end of your move, Wonder?
Yeah, yes.
Cool. The Crawleys, you can see from behind a bush nearby, a Crawley runs out. What he was doing in there, who knows? And then the other one bursts out of the triggognome. So the one that was in front of the triggognome bursts out and tries to make stabby leg attacks at you,
Dingleheimmel.
Mr. Dingleheimmel.
Yep. Roll.
He goes, meow, and then misses with the second attack. But
No.
oh, well, it was going to use its aberrant quickness and make those 2 attacks again. Which your shield, I think, blocks again, or does the 22 barely get you?
On 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, no, that 22 does not.
Yeah, because you have an 18 normally.
Yeah, I have an 18. The shield gives me like a +5.
Yeah, all right. So you just totally block him with your shield device, your force field. The other Crawley bolts up from around the corner and will leap down toward you, Sarah, which I think he runs directly into your fire vortex.
Yep.
Can you roll me the fire vortex damage, and I will roll its wisdom saving. Bam! Oh my god. Wait. Sarah?
Lost you.
I guess we'll get to Sarah in a hot minute. All right. Get it, the fire joke. Throom, it's your move.
And Throom will produce another one of these very flamey swords and take another swing and take a swing at this giant thing that was flailing at him.
Yeah, this man. I mean, you can see, right? It's almost like he almost is like a genie, right? He's got the swirly, kind of gaseous, snowy elemental bottom. And you can see icy armor beginning to materialize. He looks like fairly like regal and majestic, at least in terms of the armor. But you, the 17 is unfortunately kind of barely missed on him.
Oof.
From his icy plate.
Yeah.
Any other moves, Mr. Throom?
Nope. That's all I can do.
All right. Dingleheimmel. About 10 feet away from you, this terrifying large dude is battling you. Or is battling your
First
friend.
I need to get rid of this stupid little clawing creature off of me.
Mm-hmm. You just splat it. It's dead.
Good, because I'm moving away. But the turret stays put, and
Okay.
turret goes blasty blasty on big snow.
Okay. Unfortunately, just missing two.
Darn.
Alrighty. Sarah, your move. And Sarah, you there?
Yeah.
Excellent. Can you roll me your spirit guardians, by the way? One of the crawly fast aliens leapt into it to try and get you, but I'm pretty sure they're dead. Yeah, they're dead. All right, they just are destroyed instantly.
Okay.
Man, that one rolled really well for its health too. It got max. Oh well.
Oh well.
Big lol. All right. What's your move, Sarah?
Gonna move the spiritual weapon a little bit closer.
Well, the guy flew out of the ground, so spiritual weapon can just get to him now.
Okay, cool. He's on the ground now, this boy?
Yeah, he flew
he's
down to
over by
beat the
me.
crap out of Throom.
Can I get up to him?
You could try. Valraith tried to, but slid down because the slope is icy.
Acrobatics, right?
Yep.
Yes. You also slid down. You're unable to
Okay. Then can I guiding bolt?
sure. You see
Okay.
him fine. He's right at the top.
I thought you said you just. Oh, you used your last second level. Never mind.
Yeah, I still have 3 now, 2 first levels.
A 15 will not hit. The bolt goes wide.
Okay, and then the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Oof.
Fortunately, also not connecting. Well, a rough round for you guys.
Everything's
right.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Pluto is going to, Lord of Pluto, is going to say, he will look to you again, Throom, and say, how dare you, actually, he will look toward you, Dingleheimmel, and he will say, your people and their insolence decrying my planet's status, and he's going to fly toward you, and he will say, I will destroy you, and he will sling his flail of stars at you.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness, a 12?
Nope.
Alrighty.
Um,
Oh, I'm sorry, Throom, you get an attack of opportunity if you like it.
Yeah. Does that
I think it's not
work with
every-
Flame Blade?
Yeah, absolutely. It's now a melee weapon you're holding. Ooh, nice hit.
That is
Alrighty.
sad damage.
Unfortunate, yeah. Your flame blade strikes at him, and he goes, just that. And then he's going to swing 2 more times at you, Dingleheimmel.
Nope.
And
Nope.
goodness.
You
all right.
cannot outmatch the power of science, you fiend.
Yeah, that is all that he's got that round. He swings angrily at you. Valraith, your move.
Boom. Nope. Still down there. So,
Oh, no!
new option.
Uh-huh. But that was just your movement, by the way. You still have your action and everything. Oh! Using your Crown of Air, you summon a primordial wyvern.
Hop on, Master Galanodel. We shall get out of our plight. And I wait there.
Yeah, do you want the wyvern to ready its action to fly you out?
Absolutely.
Cool. Throom. Pluto looks really mad at Dingleheimmel.
Throom will run up and give it another slash.
Alrighty. Oh, nice! There we go!
That's some better damage.
Yeah, much better. Alright.
And
You slash with your flame blade, which this time he goes, and looks backwards. His snowy elemental form.
going to bonus action chew up the rest of my balm.
Bomb summer court.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
That is all.
Okay.
I think that leaves me last.
Yeah, Professor Dingleheimmel, your move. The Pluto's looking very angry at you. He's mad.
Oh, I've loved the word "angy" out of character.
Angy.
But I look at this beast fiend of the Pluto figure and be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but you need to cool it. Actually, you're already too cool. Maybe I should turn up something. Oh, how about this? Blast him right in the face.
All right, what does he got to roll? Constitution?
Yep.
Weirdly enough, he's not that good at that, but he unfortunately does say.
He takes 3, but then right behind him comes the turret, right in the back.
Cool. And that'll hit him. Nice. All right. That does not quite bloody him. Oh wait, that does. It does. He's bloodied now.
Take that, take that, and stop messing with my people. Maybe I should take you as a live specimen for research.
He growls in anger. Sarah, it's your move.
I hop on.
You hop on the what is it? The air elemental wyvern. What would you like
Yes.
to do with that, Crixus?
Get me in melee.
Pretty much that's what we're fixing to do. We're fixing to do a flyby.
Cool. Yeah, it flies you right by.
As we're flying right by, I will cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Does it hit?
Oh my! Oh my!
The shenanigans!
Whoa! Oh my!
Doesn't that turn to fire?
I think he's DED 10.
It's fire, but also I need to add 2 to that. Sorry again.
So that's like 41.
Yep.
And I'm going to channel divinity for another 25 on top of that.
He did.
66?
25 at this level?
5 times the cleric level.
Holy! What is that from?
Death Domain Cleric.
5
Yep.
plus your cleric, plus twice your cleric level.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh my
It's
god.
only 15. So it's 56 fire damage, not 66.
All right, well, it still
Damn.
is insane. All right, so it's how much more than that? 5 plus what's your level 5? So an extra 10.
Yep.
All
So
right,
15, so
Total
56.
of 56. 5-6
Now really
fire
worried.
damage.
Oh, he worried? Oh, he about to get my
Yeah.
bonus action.
Oh dear God, you'll hit him.
He did. I told you. I already
He
saw
is-
this.
Oh my God, he's barely not dead. But
Oh, that's right. He couldn't be. He finna be.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Switch?
Dice rolling gesture at crotch level.
On the flyby, just. All right, I love it. All right, Pluto gets his probably last turn. He's gonna try and make it a good one. He is gonna use his freezing strike on you, Sarah, immediately.
Right.
Because he's got it. So he's going to make one flail attack against you. Which,
Hits.
thank God he hits for his sake. You're gonna take that 11.
Sorry, his turn started, right?
Oh, you're right.
Oh. That's a shame. That's a shame.
Oh!
And it's good.
No, he still dies. He still takes half damage and dies. But if he hadn't taken that half damage and died, he would have hit you for 29 and potentially petrified you. But instead, as he goes to swing, he just melts. And this very, very angry Lord of Pluto dies. And I think in his dying words, right, because he was looking at you before the flyby happened, Dingleheimmel, and he was like, "Your people declassified my glorious realm as a mere planetoid, and then he gets smacked in the head and just gets annihilated by Sarah."
While riding an elemental wyvern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Valraith.
Not OP at all. Neither one of us.
Hey, so Valraith, we're going to myth right now, right? We're gonna be in myth here
totally,
right now.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you all looking amongst each other. I mean, honestly, it's really interesting because Dingleheimmel and Throom took out half his health, and then Sarah with one hit took out the other half of his health.
Well, had that not went that way, this would have been my next. It would have been this and this.
Well,
and it would have
for
been
now,
boom, boom, plus
the snowy elemental form of the Lord of Pluto is dispersed into rain and water among the ground. And as the splotches of water strike, you see they kind of hiss and sizzle upon the ground, and the shale-like surface that has now kind of coated everything and started to transform things begins to almost melt away in a chalky residue. And you see above you the pale blue sky begins to fade into a normal sunny day. The darkness begins to fade around.
I try to collect some liquid remains of Pluto in a vial. Ah, yes, perfect spell.
Beautiful, yeah.
Sarah sings "Shem Piao Piao."
And very, very abruptly, this adventure has come to an end. You have destroyed the angry Lord of Pluto,
but we never figured out whatever happened to all the other soldiers.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they
Yeah,
did.
They so
Oh
did.
yeah, they did.
They wake up.
very
What
dead.
was that? My head. And our adventure comes to a conclusion. Yeah, I guess you guys can decide whatever happened to soldiers. Maybe Professor Dingleheimmel finds them all knocked out, partially petrified in ice, and is able to rescue them all.
And partially cooked.
Pluto's wrath. Only the one trigognome got kind of murked.
Okay, I'm gonna collect the body of that totally not a facehugger thing for Crixus, just because.
Oh, yeah, sure. You have this horrifying body. Oh, the blasters don't work anymore. Now that you murdered Pluto, the blasters no longer function.
I think I know who could make them work again. Speaking of which, I want to shop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with that, you complete the adventure. The general goes, great job. You did that really quick. And he gives each of you 200 Bartholomew bucks. And you've completed this adventure. And you find yourselves shortly after arriving in Bartholomew's shop.
Greetings, adventurers. I trust that everything went well.
Everything went quite as
When?
planned, though. Next time, if you wish to teleport me, keep in mind how far I am away from the destination.
I will take this under advisement, but before we get into any of the details on that, would any of you like to purchase something at the shop at this time?
I would like to, but I cannot.
Fair enough. That is a problem that the financially troubled sometimes encounter. But perhaps soon you will have something else.
Well,
anyone else?
Well, as much as I'd like to give you a run for your money in terms of magic item creation, I'm going to buy a bag pull from you.
A pull from Bartholomew's Big Bag Bonanza? Of course it can be done. Let's go ahead and roll me a D1000 as Bartholomew produces the bag, and I wish you the utmost of luck.
Thanks for the game, Pete and Jeremy. See you guys later.
Holy shit!
Oh.
Pretty good item.
Wait, hold on. I gotta stay and listen. Hold on.
Yeah, I need to hear this too.
All right. Well, you reach into the bag, and your hand passes over a number of things. It seems that first it passes over some type of. It appears to be some type of axe. And as you kind of grip it, you just feel this like deep rage begin to well within you, which you need to be more focused than that. And then one thing begins to interest you. It appears to be, it appears to be a tome of some kind, but that also passes from your grasp. And the final item that you pull, it appears to be, it appears to be a sword of some kind. And I don't remember what it does, but I know it has a great line in it.
I think I know what sword you're talking about. Is it the one that Luminant made?
It might be. The item that you pull from the bag, it is a great sword. It's deep colored in blue. It has a razor-sharp blade, and it seems to be forged from a metal you don't know too much about.
Ironic.
Except this is the Sword of Edenon, an incredibly powerful item.
I called it. I knew it.
As the legends say, this sword does a ridiculous amount of damage. It is a +3 sword. However, it also has a +3 great sword. However, it also has a charge which you can activate and spend the charge, igniting it, causing a blue flame to flicker and dance upon the blade's edge. While it is ignited, the sword's weight decreases drastically. It has a thrown range of 30 feet and allows you to teleport as a part of the thrown attack, and it does a ridiculous amount of damage, getting a +5 bonus to damage rolls when ignited. It regains its charge it gains a charge once a week. How long does it I don't know how long it ignites for. It just seems like it just I feel like there's something missing there. We'll come back and worry about it later. You've gotten the Sword of Edenon, an item created by Luminarian. Congratulations.
Luminarian. I wish Luminarian was here. I love you, and I'm glad. And I was there when you made this weapon. Props to you if you listen to this, but
I don't like it when this kind of stuff gets pulled because it means I don't have it anymore. But
well, you can have this, and I give him.
I hope it serves you well.
Well, you can have this as compensation. I give him a Pluto blaster.
Maybe, that's exactly the same. That's just as good as the Sword of Edenon. And he takes it and kind of just a little bit bummed out, puts it into his bag. And congratulations, Max, on your pull.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to purchase at this time?
Negative. I'm saving for one of those choices because I'm not broken enough already.
Fair enough. And anyone else? Going once, going twice. We'll be right back with our third and final adventure of the evening. See you soon, everyone.